In a previous video, I used the Banta model's laser cut lumber load for my HO to ON30 shorty flat car conversions. That got me to thinking, how many lumber loads can I get from one of those packages? My name is Sammy, and welcome back to Sammy's Workshops. Stick around and we'll see how we stack them up right here. Hello YouTube, my name is Sammy and welcome back to Sammy's Workshops. In a previous video I used the Banta model's laser cut lumber load for my HO to ON30 shorty flat car conversions. Some of the leftovers went into making some loads for a couple of 18-foot box cars. Couple of post-video discussions got me to thinking, how far can I go with making as many different loads for ON30 cars from one single Banta kit? Nope, I'm not sponsored by the nice folks at Banta. I just like their products. Oh, and don't fret about that caboose kit you see in the background. We'll see that in a future video. So let's see what we have to start with here. The kit is designed to make 6 stacks of banded lumber to stack up on a Bachmann 25-foot flat car. Here's a photo from the Banta website. This load looks great, by the way. I had a CNS flat car, so I also got one of Banta's wood deck kits and installed it on the flat car. A little notch on the end to allow it to sit down around the brake wheel ratchet and let it dry overnight with some weights on it. Then I put a little stain on it to give it a little age, and we're good to go. I wanted to add some weight to some of the stacks, same as I did in the MDC flat car loads, just to make sure these carts have enough weight to track well. So as before, I used a solid plank for the base, 3 of my salvage ends on each end of the car, and then filled in the sides with some salvage strip wood. Then I place 2 1/4-ounce sticky back tire weights inside and cover with a full plank. Then add 3 more full planks on top and you have the originally designed 8 layers that Banta had set up for these. Make 5 more stacks and we'll have our 6 that we need for our flat car. We'll band them, sticker and stack them, and then the load is complete as designed. Well, sort of. Now let's look into making some loads for the inside of a Bachmann 18-foot box car. If the doors are open, you can see the lumber stacks inside. But why fill the entire car when you can really only see what's right by the door? Now these cars are a little wider inside than the 7 wood planks in the Banta stack. So we're going to take 3 full planks, one of which gets sliced along the laser lines to remove 1 board, usually in the middle, and leaving 2 remaining pieces that are each 3 boards wide. Save that single board, we're going to use it somewhere else. So we'll make 4 stickers to go underneath the stack of blanks. These would normally be underneath the wood load to hold them up off the floor. 2 near each end, and then 2 about a 1/2 inch apart right near the middle of the planks. Then take the bottom full width 7 board plank and the narrow 3 board plank. We're going to cut both those boards in half, roughly in the middle. And the first layer is the trick to making this work. Using some glue along the edge and a piece of tape, we're going to glue half a length of the 7 board plank to the side of a half length of a 3 board plank, making 10 boards wide. Glue the stickers to the bottom across it to help support the joint. Again, one near the end and one just inside of the back end. Then we're going to turn this back over so we see the individual plank lines on the top of it. When we get the first layer of short ends, the ones we salvaged from the ends of the Banta sheet, the wide 7 board part will glue over this joint of the 3-layer strip, so it's straddling it. This helps strengthen that glue joint. Then fill in the other part of this layer with a strip of 3 boards cut from another salvage piece. Keep alternating these glue joints until you've stacked up 12 layers from the base. Then add a final layer of another full-length blank, a 7-board and a 3-board for the top layer, and also add half-length. Take and cut them in half like we did on the base plank. This way, even if somebody looks inside the car, it'll still look like a full load to them. A small scrap of wood in the back, half will support the rear of that top plank. I had some leftover balsa wood scrap that was, I think, 1/4 inch by 3/8 as I recall. Anything will do back here because it's really not going to be seen. It's just to support the very back of the stack. I had enough parts to make 4 of these half-load stacks. And then we're ready to pop off the roof of the boxcars. The doors will come off as well, so that it's a little easier to install the lumber loads. A little white glue on the bottom of the stickers, and then place the half loads so that the ends of the stacks, the raw edges from the laser cutting, are just peeking out past the door. Same for the stack on the opposite side. Let it dry overnight, maybe with a weight on top. And then we can put the roof and the doors back on, and voila! Lather, rinse, and repeat for boxcar number 2. There's enough for 2 of them here. They look really good sitting at a loading dock with a couple of guys finishing up the load. One fella could be carrying 1 or 2 of those remaining single planks to load into the car. In the end, like I say, I had enough loads for 2 18-foot boxcars. You could do the same with a longer car too. No one will know the loads don't go all the way to the ends. Plus the original 25-foot flat car with the stacks on it. And then I even had 1 remaining stack left over. You'll see it here sitting on one of my converted MDC flat cars, or it could be sitting on the station platform waiting to be loaded out, outside your local hardware store on your layout, maybe on a flatbed truck being taken to a job site. All in all, a nice way to stretch your hobby dollar. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, and click on the alert bell to get notified of new videos being uploaded. I try and upload videos as often as possible, usually about every 2 weeks. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer. I do still work full-time for a living, and occasionally I can throw some others in between as time and projects dictate. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I have a website coming soon for patterns that I'll be digitizing and plans I'll have to download. I have a Patreon account if you'd like to support the channel that way. There's a way to do that with PayPal as well. There are also Amazon links to the tools and supplies I use, so if you want to get some of those same items, you can use those links, and that is another way to help the channel. Big thanks to the folks over at Amazon for that. Be sure to leave me a comment or a suggestion. I'd love to know what you'd like to see here. I did start the channel to answer questions and to provide some how-to advice based on questions and comments from family and friends. Thanks for stopping by. Do come again soon. And till next time, see ya!